played in the NFL. We're gonna do a countdown, okay?
Can they hear us on YouTube?
No,
Check his act.
I'm on YouTube, but I can't hear anything. And
Well, you have to give it a minute. There's a bit of a delay. Hang on.
Yeah, wait for the delay.
Wait for it. If it doesn't work, let me know.
Okay, I already have a player in mind.
I'm trying to think of any player that's ever played in the NFL. Just think for a second. Who am I about to say? You can hear it?
Here we go.
Okay,
Thank you,
okay. Who am I
Kaylee.
about to say?
Shout out to Kaylee Gallagher.
Shout out to Kaylee. She keeps fixing this
we
for us.
apologize for the
Okay,
technical
everybody ready?
difficulties. We're
All
back.
right, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, got it.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Eric
Eli
Alvarez.
Apple.
LeBron James is crazy.
Wait, what was the question?
Why are you trolling? Who you said?
Trey Lance.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Zach.
Name
Okay.
any football player.
Let's try it again.
He said Trey Lance. I said
Name
Eli
any
Apple.
player that has ever played in the NFL. Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready, Zach?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we say the same or
You can say the same one because I don't think they heard you.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Tom Brady.
Harrison.
I
I
said
don't
Danny
think-
Gray.
Danny Gray.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Jimmy
Marvin Harrison.
Garoppolo.
Okay. Nobody said the same one. Okay. Okay. All right. We're gonna get a little bit harder now. Name any NFL team.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Think of it. We know who's
The whole
bro.
name or just like
Right,
Just,
right.
it don't matter. You can say the city or whatever. Just think of a team. Okay. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
all right.
I think y'all might lose on this. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I feel like yeah.
So think like you maybe don't say Raiders, Zach. There's a lot of teams to choose from.
Okay.
Everybody ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Raiders.
Haters can't stand us.
Oh my
Left
God.
and up. Who are we? The Commanders.
Okay, Enrique said Commanders. Who you
I
said?
said Miami.
Miami,
The Raiders.
Raiders.
Colts.
Who you say, Kasai?
I said Chargers.
Okay. Y'all ready
Wait.
for 2 rounds? Okay.
Speaking of the Commanders, they're hosting the draft next year in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's cool.
All right, it's gonna get harder. Round 3. You're naming any team.
Monstrosity did I just hear in here?
Oh, the Commanders.
Oh, the singing? Or?
That's Enrique.
Pack it up.
All right. Name any team in the AFC North or West. So you got Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Steelers, Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders,
You
Chargers.
said AFC North, or any team in the AFC, right?
AFC North or AFC West? Oh my.
Oh, West. Okay.
Like, is he listening to anything
No.
I'm saying?
I am.
Okay.
I
Think
got
of
it,
y'all
for sure.
teams. Y'all got it?
I got it.
I got it.
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Broncos.
Bengals.
The Ravens.
Broncos, Bengals, Steelers, Ravens,
Chiefs.
I said Bengals.
Chiefs. Okay. Okay.
Sorry,
In honor of Kasai's favorite team, the best team, name any player that has played for the 49ers.
Okay.
All time?
Actually, no.
player.
Name any player that played for the Niners this past season.
Oh, okay.
Past season.
24-25 season.
Debo Samuel.
But can you wait?
What are you doing?
God, Zach, bro,
Past
he's
season.
killing me.
Past season.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, this past season. Think about it.
And they could still be on the team too.
Yeah. They can still be on the team.
All right, I have one in mind.
Enrique got it.
I'm just hoping none of y'all get this one.
No one's gonna get mine.
Okay.
Everybody got an answer?
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Juwan Jennings.
Cowboy.
What'd you say?
I said Sandra Mordecai.
Mordecai?
Debo.
Debo?
Greenlaw.
Juwan
Greenlaw?
Jennings.
Hey, okay. All right. Lastly, if y'all get this, this gonna be hard. Okay, I'm gonna give you five. There's 5 of y'all. I'm gonna give y'all 5 positions. Y'all each gotta pick one. Okay.
So I was hooking it up in and out.
Wait, 1, 2.
I'm not
3.
hooking nobody up with
Wait.
nothing.
1, 2, 3, 4. 5.
No, I'm not
There's 6
playing.
people? Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's-
5
okay.
people.
Okay, y'all ready? So you can pick quarterback, safety, tackle, linebacker, and then we'll do cornerback. Okay? Quarterback, safety, tackle, linebacker, cornerback.
We have to pick each player.
So we just
No, you
saying
just
the
say it. You
position.
say like
Say the
safety,
position.
quarterback, tackle.
All right.
Got it.
There's 5. So y'all all got
I feel like
Got it.
we're
I
gonna.
got it.
I feel like we're gonna mess up here.
I got it.
This stuff was supposed to be the hardest round. All right, everybody got their position?
No,
Yeah, I got it.
on what we did on Friday, we nailed it.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Safety.
Quarterback.
Linebacker.
Matt and Kasai both said safety.
We both said quarterback.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought one of y'all said. You said corner or quarter?
Quarter.
You said quarterback too?
I said quarterback.
Damn. Okay, y'all made it to 4 rounds. Y'all made it to 4 rounds. It's not that bad. All right. One more game, and then we're going to get into some more questions for Kasai. So this game, you guys are all working together. We're going to blind rank some NFL infamous duos.
Hey man, if you listen to this, she loves pissing off.
Bruh, the blind rankings are fun. The blind rankings are fun. All right, y'all ready for? So basically, I'm gonna give y'all a duo, and y'all are gonna put that whatever 1 through 5, but you don't know what's coming next. So we're gonna start off with the Atlanta Falcons, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones.
That's good.
That was a good duo for sure. There's definitely better duos.
Oh, they were good. They had that.
Matt Ryan and Julio.
That quick fade.
Yeah, Matt Ryan and Julio. Yeah, bro.
And Julio
the
Jones.
fade.
Oh, okay.
Are they top 3?
Low key, they might.
They might. I think I'd put them at 3.
So I'll put him at 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
3.
Everybody,
All right.
everybody good with
I ain't
you? All
mad at
right,
it. I ain't mad at it.
all right, 3.
Come on.
All right.
I like this game.
You like this game? Thank you. All right. Who do I want to do next? Oh
But
my
you gotta be
God.
careful, bro.
Okay.
She might be sneaky. She might.
Antonio Brown and LeVon Bell, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Le'Veon Bell. And
Why,
Four?
Saya? Why did you have to bring his name up?
We was just talking about him. Zach was.
with Big Ben at the quarterback position.
Yeah. But
that was
we're just looking at.
They won a
Le'Veon
Super Bowl together.
and-
No.
No,
No?
Le'Veon,
Okay.
they didn't win.
No,
from-
he was talking about it.
They never went to a Super Bowl, to be
Yes,
honest.
but-
Tucker.
But Julio and Matt Ryan went to a Super Bowl.
I could have sworn that they both
Wait, so you
went to
said
Super
Big
Bowl
Ben
in
and AB
09.
or Le'Veon Bell and AB?
No, Bell and AB.
Bell and AB.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not Ben. Bell and AB.
Okay.
So y'all have Matt Ryan and Julio Jones at 3. So are they going
They
above him?
were on like a 3-year run for sure.
And they got eliminated by the Patriots
Yeah.
a lot of those times. So
One of those victims.
Are they better? Are they better than Julio and Matt Ryan?
That's the question.
I would put them just 1 tier below.
I'll say 4.
4.
Yeah,
Just
I
'cause they
feel like
outside.
4 is a safe bet,
Yeah.
honestly.
I was going to agree with 4.
4?
Okay.
Okay, everybody agreeing to 4.
Yeah.
All right. Tom Brady and Gronkowski.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's 1.
Brady and
That's
Gronkowski.
1.
Yeah, you won.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Kasai?
We can go on.
You should have saved that for
What?
1 because
No,
you
I'm at that.
usually save the best ones as
I
for
ain't,
last.
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that one.
Joe Montana and Jerry Rice.
That's the only
That-
thing.
that's
I was
number
gonna,
2.
That's 2.
That's
That's
two?
that's
Yeah,
definitely
that's
number
a
2.
That's 2? All
I'm
right.
not mad at our
Okay.
one.
Not yet.
I'm not mad at our one.
All right, so listen. Y'all 1 is Brady and Gronkowski.
Yeah,
Your 2, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice. Shout out to Bay.
for sure.
Your 3, Matt Ryan, Julio Jones. Your 4, Bell and AB. And your 5, Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison.
Oh.
I'm okay with that.
Dang.
I think I agree with it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay with
Yeah,
that.
everybody, y'all kind of like
I
that.
low key would have probably
like this.
switched 4 and 5, but that doesn't make a big difference. So
Switch AB and
I'm-
Manning.
yeah.
No, that's a solid list. That's a solid list.
I
Okay.
ain't mad at it.
Hey,
okay. Enrique clapping. Okay. Y'all kind of ate that. Okay. That was a good one. That was a good one. All right, y'all. We're gonna get into some more questions so we can learn more about Kasai. So
We need a player build. What's
Oh
your,
my
what's
God.
your what's your game modeled after?
Say it again.
What's your football game modeled after? What's your player build?
Or, I say I like right now. I like a lot of Evan Stewart.
Okay.
Okay.
I watch a lot of Evan Stewart.
okay.
you know, low key, I had a feeling that you were gonna say Travis Hunter. You both play corner and wide receiver. It had to make
Wait.
sense, no?
He plays both sides of the ball too. Do you play? I have a question. Do you play both sides of the ball?
I did. I played corner last year, and then this year I switched to receiver.
What do you? How do you think Travis Hunter is going to transition into the NFL with playing both sides of the ball?
Well, being on the Jags, I feel like it's gonna slow him down.
You think so?
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
I just
can
don't
see
feel like
that.
they have enough to. I feel like he's gonna be a star.
True. Might be too much for him.
Yeah. But I feel like he's still gonna. I feel like he's still gonna play both sides.
When we're talking
And he's
about
still gonna do good.
when we're talking about a star, we're talking about a golden jacket at the end of his career.
Ooh,
And here goes Zach.
ooh.
Zach got to be the
Golden
one.
jacket.
Hey,
What you saying? You saying that's what happened?
Golden
I don't
jacket is
know.
hard to.
he is a good player. Travis Hunter is a really good player.
I don't disagree.
But
He ain't
I-
even played
I
a
agree
game
with-
in the NFL though. Hold
but-
on now.
But I agree with what he's saying though. Wait, isn't the NFL field, aren't they like a little bit bigger than like the college level fields, or am I? Right?
Only the hashes are different.
I don't know.
If he's able to be good on both sides, like if he's able to play a 10-year career on both sides and be good,
Yeah.
I can see him going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Like
long
if
as
he's
he
able
stays
to
healthy.
just be good on both sides of the ball
And he
Yeah.
would
and
be,
play that for 10 years,
It depends. Yeah, it just all depends though.
like that's like that hasn't happened since they were literally playing football with no helmet.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
The Shohei
Yeah,
Ohtani
this
of the
upcoming season
NFL.
gonna say a lot.
Yeah, this upcoming season will definitely. It's gonna say a lot for everybody,
Mm-hmm.
especially Travis, especially Shador. Whew. Especially Shador.
You got some way to say that. Okay.
I have a question. Do you plan on transferring to a bigger school to play football?
Hopefully, yeah.
Okay.
That's the plan.
what's your dream school?
Yeah. What's your dream school?
My dream school is Oregon.
Oregon.
Oregon Ducks.
Dan Lennon.
Shout out Oregon.
Uh,
But I
Sta-
feel like everybody I know is going out there. I need to go.
Stanford needs a receiver. Just got drafted.
Nah, they got it. I'm not gonna lie, they got it. Stanford got it.
Your
Alright.
dream is to play for Dan Lennon. So your dream is to play for the Oregon Ducks. I see.
Yeah.
Bro, Enrique.
Say it like that.
Because the way you said it, Enrique.
Why you say it like that?
Enrique is very optimistic.
Do you have
Bro, who's winning the Nuggets in Thunder Game? I'm sorry, I need to see that.
Do you have any other schools in mind besides Oregon?
Not Stanford.
I like Texas.
Them horns. I
Texas.
see.
Oh, Texas,
Tough.
bro.
I saw.
I have to put the Florida Gators.
Florida
Oh,
Gators.
no, Florida lit. I'm not gonna lie, Florida lit.
Florida be
They
leading.
helped me win my bracket this year. Shout out Florida. Shout out the Gators. Yeah, I like Florida.
You feel like you'll be, you'll get an offer somewhere in the SEC?
Do I feel like I will?
No, you feel like you'll get an offer sometime from an SEC squad?
I feel like it's a little harder to out of a junior college.
That's fair.
Solid.
Yeah. All right, let's see what questions I had on here. Okay, so to you, who is the NFL GOAT?
I feel like the right answer is to say Tom Brady, but for me, it's gonna be Deion Sanders.
Okay.
Oh,
No, I'm not mad at that.
prime
at all.
time.
That's valid. That's valid.
Okay.
That's
You
valid.
sure?
That's valid.
You sure?
Do-
I have to make sure it wasn't no crazy.
Speaking of Coach Prime, do you feel like he's gonna be the next head coach of the Browns?
Who said that?
The Browns? Ooh, well, a lot of teams was scared of drafting Shador because of that.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of
But-
teams is.
I don't think. I think he might stay at Colorado for a little bit longer.
I think he did. He did just get a new contract.
I think it's the best
Yeah.
move.
And they have
if he stays in
they got like the
Yeah.
top
Yeah.
recruited quarterback in the nation or something like that. So.
Yeah, and he would always say he doesn't want to coach. He doesn't want to like be in charge or coaching grown men who like have a lot
Yeah.
of money,
Which I'm not gonna
Which is
lie, is
like-
valid.
which is valid.
But then you got kids with grown man money.
True.
That's true. Yeah.
His kids
No,
is
it's
trying
You
to-
NIL.
feel me? So it's like. what
I mean,
trade-off
it's
you
true, but I kind of give Bell. I mean, he was once a grown man with them playing, but I mean, I get it. I could understand why he would be like, wanting to stay at Colorado. I probably would too. For right now, I wouldn't really have no rush to go.
Yeah.
Even
It's
with
no
my
rush.
son playing,
Yeah,
there's
no.
no rush. He can trust.
I
He
do want
can.
to see how he plays, how he coaches this year though, without his son, because we've only seen him with his son at quarterback, and so I'm interested to see how he does with a new quarterback.
They gotta
Yeah.
fix that offensive line.
No shade.
You feel
Not gonna last 2 hours over there.
me?
We're gonna see.
They're for sure going to be running the ball a lot more, too, because they were not running the ball
Yeah.
effectively when Shador was there.
We'll see how it is, man. So what is like your daily routine like in terms of like going to class and going to practice or like on game days? Like, what does your days normally look like being a student athlete
Right now or like during the season?
during season time?
During season, I probably usually on like Monday, Wednesdays, we have like workouts in the morning, like 6 in the morning, and then on some days we'll have practice later on. Meetings, of course. Before the meetings, well, I'll probably go to class most likely if we have class. After the meetings, we go straight to the practice field, and after that, we'll probably have more meetings or lift and go home.
Dang, how long does practice usually run? Like just the field portion, be like.
Time is probably like 2.5 hours.
And then you still gotta lift after, or you still gotta go to meetings after?
Yeah.
Dang.
Now let me ask you this: I feel like, or like, I've wanted to see what the experience is like because I used to try out for both baseball and basketball back in high school, and I got cut on both teams, unfortunately. But I want to ask you, the way that the schedule works, is it stressful at times?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, especially if you feel like you have to like get more money. If you paying for rent, it's not much time to do work.
Yeah.
Like, you can't really go to work too much.
Yeah.
So it's definitely get stressful. But when time goes on, you obviously get used to it, and you know how to balance things.
Do you work out there? You work at the In-N-Out and Sac or no?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say that'd probably be hard. I wanted to run track so bad at Long Beach, but I knew I was not gonna be able to work and run track at the same time. I'm like, it's gonna be money. I run track, and I took that money.
I have a question. As a student athlete, when it comes to, let's say you guys have games on the road, how do you guys manage doing homework assignments and making sure you guys are still on top of your guys' assignments even though you guys are on the road?
Well, it's kind of easier on Fridays because on Fridays I would say that's when most players take their time to do the homework before game day on Saturday or anything, because practice is short on Fridays. Going through pregame, the last minute things to fix. On Friday, without class, probably there's never no class on Fridays.
What would you say is like one thing you've learned, just being a college student and a community college and being a student athlete? What's one thing that you learned that maybe like, maybe that helps you in your academic journey, whether it's time management or things like that?
Yeah, I definitely feel like time management is a big thing. Because with all these hours, we like from sun up to sundown, we're doing something football related. So if you can manage your time to get your schoolwork in there and we'll still get a good amount of sleep, man, you're gonna be good.
It'll get a lot tougher for finals week. Not to mention, we're 1 week away from it. It's gonna be.
Yeah, our finals week is next week.
It's gonna be some.
It's about to be bad, man. I couldn't imagine being no athlete during finals. I just cry.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I just cry. I'd be like, man, I gotta go to practice. Man, I gotta test. Like, that'd be a lot for me.
What's the worst part of the season when it comes to trying to balance, preparing for a game and preparing for a test the same week? What time period of the season would that be the roughest?
Definitely towards the end of the season where finals come.
Yeah.
Finals, because it's like we have finals, so we have to put a lot of focus to finals, but then we also have playoffs, and we gotta really play good and still treat our body right, not stay up super late studying, but also you do have to get a lot of study hours in.
Yeah. Do they have study hall for y'all or no? Like as a team?
Yeah, we have study hall.
That's how they should do it. That's how a lot of schools do it. I actually used to like study hall. Well, maybe because we didn't really be studying in there. Maybe that's why. I
When it
liked
comes to study hall, I knew in high school, I knew that there was a period, I think towards the sixth or seventh period, where there would be a class where students could study, like, and then right afterwards they go to practice. Do they do that in the at the community college?
Mine is similar like that. It's not really a class. It's kind of just like a coach makes it kind of mandatory for most
Yeah.
people who are like under at least or have a 3.0 and under. You got to be at study hall. So, but it's after the workout. So after the workout, we go straight to study hall. It's just an hour.
It's pretty cool that your coach gives you like the time to study when you need it.
No, yeah,
Especially-
that's good. That's good because it's hard. It's hard being a student.
Is Sacramento State a school that interests you, especially now that they're going to be moving up to the FBS and no longer in the FCS?
I mean, yeah, obviously I feel like I have to put a little bit of attention towards it, even if I wouldn't really like it. It is at home, and if that was something to come, then I wouldn't be one to reject it.
Sacramento State, you said?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
about to meet Shaq there.
his school already in Sac. We be out there. Do you have any pregame rituals? Anything you do different than others before game time? Or like what type of music you listen to?
Well, I always like to pray. I always like to pray before the games, obviously. But I say, towards the closer to the game, I will play something that's probably gonna calm me down a little bit more. But earlier, when I have like more time in the game, more time till the game starts, I'll probably turn something on that's gonna turn me up. But then
Yeah.
when it's time to get closer, I gotta like start locking in, and so I'll play something a little bit more smooth.
All right.
Who's your favorite artist?
My favorite artist?
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Music artist that you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I get confused when you say artist and the other way around, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, there's a lot of artists out there.
I was about to say choose wisely.
Why is you mad at you?
Cause I don't know who he about to say.
What you think?
You not finna say Rod Wave or Young
Well,
Boy.
you've known each other for a long time.
No, I'm asking him.
You're right. Wait.
No, I'm just asking. Is that you not finna say them too?
No.
All right, cool.
Young Boy is a good artist.
It's nothing wrong with you know what? This is a conversation for another day. It's nothing wrong with them. I have my own opinions, but it's nothing wrong. Anybody listening, it's nothing wrong to listen to Rod Wave or Young Boy. That's not what I'm saying, but there's nothing wrong with that.
I like to listen to a lot of like local music though.
Yeah, you know, shout out Bay Area. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. But shout out to Bay.
I've been trying to tell Sai put me on.
Man, I make y'all play.
Hey,
I seen
bro,
y'all play
put me
on the
on.
show. That's all y'all have
Put
to
you on
say.
to some
you
Mike
mean?
Sherm from the Bay.
So Mike Sherm, what y'all want? Every got all of this. Mike Sherm. No, you know what's crazy? They love SOB out here, but none of them know what Vallejo is.
You
They
know,
don't know what Vallejo.
Yes, they love SOB.
You know,
Like literally, but if you go to the average person, I'd be like, yeah, man, I live in Vallejo. They'd be like, where? I'm like, bro, you was just singing Anti in the party. Like, you don't.
I met Young T.O. over winter break.
This winter break?
Yeah.
Where?
I bumped into him at the mall.
Bro, y'all know SOB came to Santa Barbara. They were at UCSB. I think it was right before winter break, and my friend Kasai Narasi had posted it. Our coworker had posted it, and I was like, oh my god, like SOB came to your school. She's like, girl, you should have came. So I would have made the drive.
Was he a host of a school party or something?
No, they hosted. They had like a little concert down there. Tickets was $40. I'm like, dang, bro, I should.
Especially for students?
I know I should have went, but I don't know. I was busy that weekend or something.
I have a question for him.
Go ahead.
I saw a tweet that said like behind every NFL fan, there's a random receiver that they were a huge fan of. I'll name mine. I was a huge fan of Dante Moncrief. A lot of people have never heard of him, but I don't know. He was a random receiver that I really loved. Is there like a random receiver that's kind of under the radar that you really like, especially being a receiver yourself?
I don't feel like he's random, but I feel like as time goes on, he gets a little bit more forgotten about now. He's very known. I'm gonna put Odell I love Odell.
OBJ.
OBJ. I feel like I don't hear a lot about OBJ no more.
There's not a lot of fans.
Yeah, you know, people don't really. That's true.
If he didn't
kinda
get
just
injured,
didn't.
he would have been one of the
Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen. You know what I seen? I seen a meme about the belt pick the
Is
other
he-
day.
At least
So
he
what?
got that ring though.
The belt pick.
Is he with the
Oh,
team?
Huh?
Is he with the team right now? Or no?
I think it's
I
with
think
Miami.
he on the
I think he's with
I
he on
He
the
on the
Ravens, no?
Dolphins? He on the Ravens.
Yeah,
I
right?
thought. I thought
OBJ's
it was-
on the
I
Ravens.
think he went to Miami.
I thought he was in
Hold on, we
Miami.
got to play this up.
I
Pretty
could have
sure he's in
sworn
Miami.
I
Ain't no
saw.
way he's on the Ravens.
One random receiver that
He
I
was
always
on the
loved
Ravens.
was Lewis Murphy. Played
No,
for
he
the
on the
Raiders.
Dolphins right now.
Oh, okay. So
Mine was Amari
what am
Cooper.
I talking about?
He isn't so much of a random
He's not
receiver
really
though.
random. 'Cause he was.
He's still a solid receiver.
Or Michael Crabtree.
Michael Crabtree.
Shout out Michael Crabtree.
Especially when he was with the Raiders.
15?
oh, those 2
Shout out
years we
Crabtree.
had him. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Especially that 2016 year.
You know,
If
there's.
Derek Carr didn't get hurt, who knows what would have happened?
I'm telling you I'm telling you, bro. Like, what was it? The Indiana Colts, bro. I'm telling you, if he didn't get that broken ankle,
Yeah, it would have been over.
bro,
huh?
we could have. That year was like Super Bowl prime year for us. I'm telling you. What was the backup quarterback's name? What was his name?
We had Connor Cook. He
Connor
was a
Cook,
rookie, bro. Rookie quarterback, bro.
Nah.
Crazy. Next year, as you know, Super Bowl coming to the Bay. Who would you want to see headlining while the Niners play whoever?
Too short.
For like the halftime show.
Yeah, for the halftime. Sorry, for the halftime performance. Who would you want to see headlining in the Bay? Cause I brought up a whole Bay Area thing. I'm like, bring out Too Short, E40. Who hot? I mean, La Russell hot right now. They could bring in La Russell, Kamaya, all of them, or they could even make it like a just like a coast thing and bring out YG and them. Like, y'all know that'll be lit. But you know what also be lit? They did Metro, Future, Travis. Y'all know that'll be lit.
Travis Scott could rock a con.
Yeah.
I don't want him by himself
Travis
though.
was in my backyard like a couple weeks ago.
Nah, we gonna have somebody in the Bay. I need a good Super Bowl.
I need him to commit to the Bay though, because like in the last time where they have it like
The
themes,
LA thing.
they always bring in like 50 Cent or someone random like
50
it's
so
from
funny.
the East Coast.
Especially with
Yeah.
the 2022 halftime show, which in my opinion is the greatest
That was the
halftime
best
show
one.
No,
ever.
I like that one. They stayed on theme with that though. I
Mary
like that.
J.
one.
I mean,
And I got
the
a lot of heat for
headliner.
that too.
Dr.
mean-
Dre.
The headliner was Dr. Dre because he's from LA.
Yeah, they
But,
had
like,
Snoop
Mary
and
J.
Mary J.
and 50
Blige,
Cent,
Kendrick, 50.
Though they from New York, but like they're part of the same record label.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
Yeah.
I like that.
And
I
I
like
got a lot of heat for
Usher's.
saying that, especially from Kaylee.
Oh, she didn't like that she said that? I like that Super Bowl.
No, she,
I like it.
she said that this recent one with Kendrick Lamar is better than 2022.
I agree with that.
I respect
No.
you.
I can respect it.
I don't think they go rap. I don't think they go rap.
They're not gonna
this
give
year. I don't
us
think they
rap.
go back to back rap. I think they'll.
Okay,
I think
you
they'll
know
go
what?
back to the old formula.
You know what I want to see the NFL do? Maybe this is just my opinion. I really want to see the NFL have Mexican artists. You know, I know that's not really a big thing within football, but I feel like the representation would be good for the exposure.
Throw out a name.
I feel like they would save that for if they do it at SoFi
Like
again.
right now, a good one is Tito Doble. Obviously, like
That funny?
Bad Bunny.
Well, he's not really Mexican.
He's not.
He's
My
a
bad.
Well, or
My
like,
apologies.
well, if you want to talk about like
Latin artist,
Latino
yeah.
or Puerto Rican, something like that, then I guess you could say Bad Bunny.
He just had the album.
Because
Yeah, but
Bad Bunny does
I
have a
would
fan
love to
base here in LA.
I don't mind who it is. I would just love to see more like representation of like, Latin culture within the NFL.
Yeah.
You know,
I just don't want nobody born in the Bay. Like, bro, give us somebody good.
I feel that's what they're gonna do, especially in Levi Stadium.
I think they.
Hopefully there's somebody good.
Yeah, I'm hoping they don't give us like.
I don't think it's anybody hip hop, bro.
You don't
I
think
want
no
it to
hip
be
hop?
hip hop, but I don't think they go back to back hip hop.
You know what? It also too, we kind of gotta wait to see what's gonna happen in the music game next year. Cause somebody could drop something crazy and then it's just like.
Yeah, and we also don't know when they pick the halftime show. Like
That's
when
true.
are they picking the halftime show?
When do they pick?
Because Kendrick Lamar announced it in September.
Yeah.
He might have been picked.
Yeah, way
in,
before that.
what,
July.
May?
July.
Yeah,
Yeah.
May, July. You know,
They could be picking them now and being like, hey, we got this
Literally.
next season coming up.
literally.
You know, I was shocked when I found out they did not get paid for that. They just do it
Nah,
voluntarily.
What? They
Nah,
don't get paid. They don't get paid.
It's just
No.
it's just that their discography, like,
Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be like you don't get paid, but you're going to get recognized from this, so it's going to come back to you.
yeah,
anyway,
they
type
come out
thing.
of pocket for their performance.
But yeah, they actually end up putting in money for
Now
it.
let me ask the three Niners fans this: what one music artist would get you excited, and what one music artist that would get you pissed off on terms of who they choose?
So if we in the Bay,
Yeah.
who would get me excited?
Yeah.
Okay, because I can say a lot of people on a personal level, but
Mainstream, we talking mainstream.
okay, if we talking mainstream, y'all know who
Because
would.
you know those tickets at the Super Bowl gonna be jacked up. You know what I
Okay,
mean? Come on.
mainstream. Think about Levi's Stadium. Who would I be hyped to see?
If the 49ers are playing with it
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the
Ni-
Super Bowl,
Niners. No, the Niners is
Hey,
playing.
now you get it.
Niners playing. I'm set to see. Niners is playing.
if the Niners are playing, it doesn't matter who's performing it. I'm just gonna be
Man,
stressing the whole time.
man, if the Niners playing, I don't have no time to watch. I'm not even gonna watch. I'm gonna be so stressed.
Okay, would you
Um,
go, if the Niners were playing? Would you
If the
go?
Niners playing,
would you
who
go to
would
the
I
Super
be
Bowl?
excited?
No, too expensive.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't go.
Would
You
you-
know, when I wouldn't go to the Super Bowl. Have y'all seen where Duke Dennis was talking about it? And he was like,
Duke?
he was like it was cool, but I don't think y'all understand. From me being there, I didn't really see anything, cause it's like from when you're there, you're seeing them like run back and forth off, like depending on where you're sitting, you're not having a good angle. Like everybody watching at home can actually really see everything because the camera's gonna pick all that up. So he was like, because I think he had kind of made a comment about it not being that good or something. People got mad, but he was like, I think y'all are forgetting that we got way two different views.
Especially in the
I wouldn't want to watch it in person.
especially in the nosebleeds. It's a big pain in the behind.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine watching Kendra's performance nosebleeds. Of course, you probably didn't even see what was going on. You can have no opinion on it, but if I'm at home,
They just turn it up.
yeah, I was about to say they just hearing the music. They don't know what's going on down there.
I have a question.
But hold
Oh,
on,
go ahead. My bad.
I'm trying to think.
So it's still my question now. One music artist you will be excited for, and one music artist you'll get pissed off, depending on like who they choose.
Raw Wave.
Really?
I don't want him doing no Super Bowl.
You don't want 25?
Y'all talking about? Listen, I love Miley Cyrus. Don't play it. I would love.
came in like
I
a
would love a Miley Cyrus Super Bowl. Just not in the Bay.
Hey,
Not in the Bay. Not in the Bay, man. She can do it next year. I'll be lit.
Stop playing with Hannah Montana.
Miley Cyrus can easily do a Super Bowl, but
What
I
about
don't
it?
want it in the Bay.
What about Lady Gaga?
No, not in the Bay.
We
No.
already
Not
got
in the
Lady
Bay.
Gaga one, bro.
Not in the Bay.
We
Not
got
in the
Lady
Bay.
Gaga one.
Those are the answers for.
I gave you about three.
That'll get pissed
Who,
off.
who you want in the Bay? You want Mike Sherman, Brandon?
Oh yeah.
What if y'all saw Taylor Swift?
No, don't even
No,
play
I'm
like
serious.
that.
I'm serious though.
I'm turning. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be
She could never
pissed.
be a Super Bowl halftime though, because she's sponsored by Coke. So that's
Oh,
good.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But
But what if she,
She's such a hater.
I don't want to listen to no Taylor Swift, bro. We down 10, man. A Super Bowl. Looking up at
Talking about-
Taylor Swift right there. I'm mad.
Talking about 22.
We won't. We won't. Next year we taking it off. Next year I'm pulling Draymond Green on y'all. You taking it off. We winning a chip. We getting a ring. First time in how long? Been about 30 years.
You better be defending what you say, unlike Pat Bev.
what
How
about-
does he
so-
feel about
wait,
Brock Purdy?
You put your trust in Brock?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How would you feel
And then
if?
we got there.
Justin Brown.
How would you feel if we see a Niners versus Chiefs rematch
I thought you was about to
For
say
a third
something
time?
else.
for a third time and in Levi Stadium?
How stressed would Niner fans be if y'all saw that?
I would
For a
be
third
probably
time.
the most stressed I've ever been in my entire life. I'm not even trying to be funny.
First, I gotta make my way into that stadium somehow.
No, if they play the Chiefs, yeah.
Hey,
They
hey,
play Chiefs.
cheapest tickets are easy, like what, 5K?
For nosebleed.
Yes, bro.
5K for the nose.
Yeah.
You sitting at the top. You could. I see people who sit in nosebleeds. They just be watching the games on their phone. They just watch the game on their phone.
But what's the point of
Easy.
spending $5,000 on that?
5K for nose.
Because they just want to say they was there.
You would have to.
Yeah, just to say they was.
They just want to say they was there. I'd rather watch it from the comfort of my own bed, getting all the angles.
I'm not gonna lie.
No way.
I wouldn't attend a Super Bowl, but low-key I would want to be like in the area, like maybe like go to like a restaurant. Or,
That's what I did when the
yeah,
Niners
you
played
know?
the Raiders for New Year's. We just found a we
Yeah.
found a pizza spot in Vegas
Hell
and we
yeah.
watched it there with some Raiders fans. It was hecka funny.
You wouldn't find your way to a Super Bowl if the Raiders.
Yeah, Zach, you know you would go to the Super Bowl if the
I
Raiders
low-
was playing.
Well,
Y'all
I low-key might look at the tickets to see what's up.
gonna be in nosebleeds together.
Hey, I'll be honest. Hey, I might. I'll be honest. I might because last.
Right.
Well, I know we're going off topic, but I meant volleyball. I was looking at Ohio tickets to go to the NCAA championship game.
Oh, it's in Ohio?
Yes.
You was finna fly out there?
I was looking, but I
you
was like, I
crazy.
can't do that with finals, bro. I got finals.
I was gonna say we got
Hell
too
no.
much going on. But all right, y'all. It's time for Around the Bases. So thank you, Kasai, for joining us.
Appreciate you, big dog.
Hey.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
you guys for having me.
Yeah, of course. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Peace. No.
Peace out.
Thank you guys for joining us today on Going for Two. Join us on Friday for our last show.
Peace.